Hey guys, welcome back to Parallel Lives. It was a long journey, but we made it to the final semester and now Both's version of Anita is ready to graduate from university. Red Anita is preparing herself to face this semester by playing some sport on the computer, but right after she will be ready to focus on her responsibilities. And also it's very important for her to be up to date with video games if she wants to become a game designer. Look at that, she's so enthusiastic. Did you guys play this game? I remember wasting so many hours on it. I mean, obviously it wasn't wasted because I had fun, but still, I was so hooked on it. And just as Anita, I always wanted my species to impress every other with fabulous singing and dancing skills. Good old times. Anyway, after completing the term paper, her next thought is well done immediately, which might force you to do a thing or two, but let's not procrastinate just yet. Stuart can call her anytime, interrupting this growing romance or mistake and guide her back to the right track. I don't know about you guys, but me personally, I'm trying to stay as impartial as I can, of course, but I'm still catching myself rooting for Stuart because the story of their relationship is so exciting. They met on, let's say, a dating app when they were teens, then Anita discovered she might need something else and left him for Orlando, even got engaged. Then that relationship went cold and once they split up, Anita started longing after Stuart once again. But then the distance really tested their commitment and so Anita slipped into a side affair, but there's still so much hope for them to get back together. And you know, I just don't remember having any sim lately in my game with such complex relationship stories, so that's pretty outstanding for me. I think we know Yellow Anita well enough for now to see how much she loves challenges and raising the bar for herself. Well, now she thinks that befriending humans is kinda boring. Also, what if they die before they need to vote for her on the elections, right? So she decided to befriend an eternal vampire instead. But before she managed to execute any of that plan, her phone rang and guess what? Rika invited her on a date again. That girl is really persistent. Anita is very afraid to hurt her feelings and she still doesn't want to risk losing her as a friend, so she agreed. But the plan is once again to slowly and politely make her feel that this relationship is nothing more than a strong friendship. And this place finally provided the perfect solution for that because they kept playing cards all night and Erika was left a bit disappointed. The next day, I really wanted Red Anita to do some fun activities while she's still here, so she visited the bath house because I was expecting it to have a pool as well, but it didn't. So she decided to get the prettiest makeup ever instead. NANI? At least she had a good time bragging about her grades. Anyway, after she managed to fix her makeup, she dropped by one of the pubs on campus, and as she was thinking about Weldon all day, he also came by to dance a bit. But this just triggered deeper emotions from both of them, and with that, everything got even more complicated. But the funny thing is that this new love inspired Red Anita to do so many things. For example, she went back to painting, got into flower arrangement, and somehow one of these things finally reminded her of Stuart, and she rolled a one to reach out for him again. In the meantime, Yellow Anita was preparing to throw the greatest graduation party ever. She maximized her cooking skill and every other as well, just saying, prepared the meal in advance, composed and practiced the song, and brought the perfect party equipment. So to sum it up, once again she was going for perfection. I also wondered lately why is that Red Anita both rolled the ones to graduate and to graduate with honors, and why she only rolled the later. By the end of this semester, I completely understood. She's either graduating with honors or not graduating at all because mediocrity is not an option. Anyway, of course she got the perfect result, so nothing else left but to throw the greatest party of all times. So right after Red Anita received her exceptional graduation results, she went straight to the phone and invited her fiancé over to tell him about his news and maybe celebrate a bit together. I'm really curious if she will roll any romantic one towards him or not, but having him over in general is already a huge step, and let's be honest, he can also try to do something for this relationship for once. And maybe this is the effect of her affair with Weldon, that she feels herself a bit distant from Stuart right now. She kept interactions as friendly as possible. But then Stuart maybe felt that this is really time for him to step up. So it's clear that Anita feels a bit weird around him, but Stuart still really wants this relationship. Yellow Anita invited everyone, her former girlfriends, Gwyn, her parents, her new cool vampire friend. Just please don't bite her. So everything was perfectly set up for fun, except that... Oh my god, what's going on here? I completely forgot how much they hated each other. Okay, wait, let's check them for a second. So by now, they truly despise of each other and Carl wants to beat up Molly. I should have thought of that before inviting them, but I just wanted everyone to be present at Anita's big moment. I was kind of hoping that they can just, stop fighting for a second and be happy for their daughter. She's trying so hard and barely anyone cares. They are having more fun dancing to that stupid stereo. Outrageous! But there's one person there to always support Anita at least. Speaking of which, where the heck is Gwen? Oh, she was hiding in a room all night. Not gonna lie, I can relate to that, but a little bit more support could have been good from her. Well, that's the bad side of being a perfectionist. There are things out of your reach and you just can't make them the way you want them to be, no matter how hard you try. If something, that's a lesson for Anita to take away from this night. Red Anita spent the rest of her post-graduation days painting and arranging flower compositions for money. She really needs the money to be able to rent something downtown at least. Luckily, this monotony was broken by not us, but Stuart, who invited Anita on a date not once, but twice in a row. Now that's what I call commitment. I imagine that he must be really excited for Anita to move back home so they can finally live together and thinks a lot more about Anita than he used to. But I wish he also did it a lot more frequently so this whole wedding affair could have been avoided. Anyway, the dates were really nice. I also forgot about the fact that Stuart had the marriage one locked for so long now, which is so adorable. And this lunch also helped Anita to revive the romantic feelings towards him. However, she still thought about Vedon from time to time, and I really wanted to see his wants and fears, just to know if he wants anything serious from Anita by any chance. But do not worry for a second, I can assure everyone that this relationship is still very much about woohooing only. But there's gotta be a catch, right? We don't just leave her college years behind without a cliffhanger. And if it's not Vedon wanting to marry her, then what can it be? Now Anita wants to woohoo with even more different Sims. Thank you so much, Vedon, for making her get a taste of it.
Flacosa. Cling!